I'm going to try to be pretty brief and just bring up specific topics, but if you want to know more, you can message me anytime. If you're interested at all in applying to be part of camp, please message me. The deadline is Friday, this Friday, the 15th. But the applications aren't very hard to fill out and don't take very long, so it can be done very easy and very quick. So if you're interested, please message me. So Royal Family Kids Camp is a camp that runs for 5 days in the summer. It's for ages 6 to 12, boys and girls. There are usually around 52 kids at camp. And how it works, the system of it is there are 2 campers with every counselor. Just stuttered there, that was weird. Each counselor camper set has a buddy camper counselor set. So we all stay together throughout the week to stay accountable for our privacy laws and make sure that kids are being involved with other kids and having a good time. So I wrote a couple things down just because I have a bad memory so that I can remember, and hopefully will help me to not be so fidgety because I'm nervous and awkward. So anyway, so there are different activities that go on throughout camp. We have 2 different buildings set up with activities, which include dress up, Legos and K'NEX, cars to play with, different board games, crafts of the day, face painting, sand art, and heart notes. Heart notes are a big deal because it's just a little encouragement note that kids can give to other kids. Campers can receive them from counselors and staff and counselors can give them to each other. Just give you a little pick-me-up throughout the week and to tell you you're doing good, or just give you encouragement to keep going throughout the week. It can be very stressful and very exhausting. There's a lot that goes on throughout the day, and sometimes kids don't sleep very well. Me being one of them when I was little, and still even I have sleeping problems. So it can be tough to feel well rested, and with as much as you do throughout the week, you just get so exhausted. Last year was my first year being an individual counselor, and my girls were very great, but they needed a lot of attention, so it was very hard for me. But I loved every second of it. Before that, I was a roving counselor, and roving counselors, their duty is to be extra eyes and hands and whatever throughout the week, just to give extra support to the staff and counselors, and also the kids, because some kids may need more one-on-one time that you can't really do if you're a counselor and you have 2 kids to take care of. So the roving counselors come in really handy to just give extra time to those kids. Now, roving counselors do a specific thing throughout the day and at night, which is called relief, and that's just time when the counselor can step away, make any phone calls, do any work that they have to do, and just have some downtime to just kind of get a little break and, recharge for the week. So roving counselors are really important, and pretty much anyone can be in this role. If you want to be an individual counselor, you can apply specifically for that. If there are too many, which sometimes we have that issue, sometimes we don't, then you could be put into a roving counselor position or another activities position. The activities people are very important to run different stations, and there's also woodworking and fishing that have to be monitored throughout the week. So there's most of the activities. There are 2 big things that go on. One is in the morning right after breakfast. It's called Breakfast Club, and there's music throughout that, and usually little lessons that go on throughout each day. This is a faith-based camp, so There's Bible stories included and different songs to help remember the Bible lessons. And if you're interested at all in music, let me know and we can get you in one of those specific positions. We have an awesome person who leads music, and she's done great the last couple of years. But it's always nice to have some extra dancers and help in Breakfast Club and whatnot. And then the other really big thing is a drama club, and that's called Epworth. We go to this building, and sometimes it's very hot in there, but the people on the drama team put on this act, usually to teach a lesson that goes on every day and, you know, ties up at the end of the week. And the kids love this. Like, sometimes you wouldn't think that a kid really wants to learn anything or whatever throughout the summer, but these are just really fun lessons, and, you know, it gets their brain going, gets them thinking about, oh, what's going to happen next, what is this character going to do, and things like that. So they really enjoy that. If you're interested in drama, that could be a place for you. And what else do we have? There's big events throughout the week. A couple of them are, we do a campfire, a talent show, a comedy show / musician show, something special for the kids, a polar bear swim, a carnival, and a birthday party. The birthday party is really special because people donate throughout the year, and one designated person goes out and, with the help of others probably, gets a bunch of things and puts them in a bag specific for each kid. Every child gets a bag to go home with all these presents in it, because a lot of them don't celebrate birthdays in their homes. And then the carnival is just a day where we rent bouncy houses, a water balloon throwing thing, and different types of games and stuff to do. Also, there's usually petting zoo, which is pretty awesome. So anyway, those are just some big events that happen. And the campfire is more counselor staff led. We do different skits and talents kind of to encourage the kids to put themselves out there and to do something for the talent show. A lot of them are really shy the whole week, and then right before the talent show decide, oh, I want to do this, so I'm going to join this person. And sometimes even during the talent show, a kid will start feeling the music and they just go out there and join the group of people or the person that's out there, and it's so fun to watch. So those are some of the big events. This camp is specifically for kids who come from broken homes in some way or another. Either they could be abused emotionally or verbally, or neglected and not provided the things that they need, whether it's an emotional support, food, clothing, whatever it may be. They just need some extra loving on. This camp is so important to me because when I was a child, me and my siblings went, and I know that it was definitely like a safe haven for me. Not that I had that much going on at home, but it just was a week throughout the year that, you know, I could just go and have fun and not worry about anything. I had people loving on me all the time. We had great family style meals. And all the little gifts and notes that I received just really helped to boost my self-esteem and really make me feel loved. Me, because I have hoarding problems, I kept like all of my heart notes. And they're just special to know that somebody cares about you and, you know, wants to let you know that they care about you and love you. The next big thing to talk about is photography and videography. Because this is such a private camp, we have to abide by certain rules and laws. There's an appointed photographer, and nobody else can take pictures unless you're using the photographer's equipment. There are usually a couple different stations set up with digital cameras that any staff members or counselors or whatever can take pictures of any of the kids, And then the photographers take those and get them printed, and we sort through them, and at the end of the week we put together an album for each kid. Because of our privacy laws, kids can't be in photos with their friends and whatnot, just because that's how it is. If they have family members at camp with them, they can do group pictures, or they can have pictures with a counselor and with a favorite staff person, pictures of the Epworth Drama Club, the Breakfast Club people, and then like our camp grandma and grandpa, the nurse sometimes is in there, and just all of our staff. And this is just a fun way for them to remember all that went on throughout camp. I have all of my albums, and I'll share pictures throughout the next couple of months. So I'm sorry if I'm annoying to you. If you don't care to hear about what I'm posting about or see it, you can just unfollow me now or whatever. Mute my story and posts. I don't care. I'm very passionate about this camp, and I love serving kids in any way that I can. Serving anyone, really. I feel like that's part of my purpose here on earth, is to help and serve other people, and I'm very, very passionate about it. So throughout the next couple of months, I'll be sharing different ways I'm preparing for camp, like writing my heart notes early, and just the little things that I get for my girls, and decorations to prepare, decorating my cabin and whatnot. So the photographer and videographer is really important. Sometimes it's the same person, sometimes it's a couple people joined together working for the same goal, but just with more people. If you have any interest in photography or videography, it's very important that we have these people. Like I said, the photographer has to be the one taking all the pictures, developing all the pictures that are taken on the digital cameras, and really putting this whole week of camp into an album for them to remember. At the end of the week, there's a video put on that has clips from throughout the whole week, and this is very special for the kids. It just gives them a recap of everything that went on, lets them see their friends in the fun times that they can remember. And then when we have graduating kids, these are kids who are 12, turning 13, they will graduate camp. And we put on a ceremony for them and do graduation pictures and make it really a special time for them, because we want them to know that we care about them and they're always part of our family. So if you're at all interested in photography, videography, it's really important to let me know as soon as possible, because we have an awesome lady doing it this year. But it is a big job, and the more hands you get, the easier it is, the better it is. And so the next thing is, if you can't physically be at camp but want to support in some way, you can donate. Either message me about donating, or I'm going to put some information of who to contact about camp, and you could message the director. And she takes care of a lot of things with a lot of help from a lot of other people. And if you want to give a financial donation, those are appreciated, because that's how we run the camp. The kids don't pay anything, their families don't pay anything, because most of them can't afford anything like that. So financial support is always needed, and prayers are always needed. This is a very big thing that we all do, and it's very stressful and very fun, but things happen and people get tired, and it's so much work put into it that prayers are always needed. And if you want to be a prayer partner, each counselor has a designated prayer partner, and they just, think about them extra throughout the week, pray for them, that they're doing well, that they're loving on the kids the way that they should be, that these kids are really connecting with them in ways that we want. So if you're interested in being a prayer partner, if you can't be involved in camp any other way and that's all you can do, that is needed for sure. And if you're interested in being a specific role that I mentioned, message me and let me know, and there's a place to put that specifically on your application, which role you're looking for. If you don't want a designated role and you just want to be involved in some way, you can fill out the application and they'll put you in a place that they think seems fit for you. There is, after the application is received, there's an interview process. It's not intimidating or anything like that. It's just so that select members of our camp family can meet you, get to know what you like, see how you'd interact with adults, let alone children, and just see where is best fit for you. And then later on, there's an opening weekend kind of thing for camp. It's a training so that you go to our facility, kind of get accustomed to it, and you're explained your duties at camp, the rules of camp, and get to meet some people who are involved with camp. So if you're interested at all in anything, please let me know, and I'll get the application to you as soon as possible. I'm sorry it's so last minute. If you're interested and you can't do it this year for sure, but you're interested, there's always next year, there's always years beyond next year. So we can always keep your application saved. We can, know that you're interested and want to be part of our family. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. If I can't answer them, I'll point you in the direction of somebody who can. And yeah, I'll be sharing some of my photos from my albums and more of my preparations for camp. So if you're interested, look out for those. I'll probably put like a big caption or something, so that if you are interested, you keep watching my story or whatever. And if you're not, you can just skip right through it or mute the notifications or whatever. Yeah, so that's Royal Family Kids Camp in a nutshell. It's so important for these kids, and I can't even put into words how special it is to be part of. So if you're interested in serving kids in any capacity or being help to other people in any way, please message me. Thanks.